What is up? This is your boy, Expat Unchained, also known as real name Luke Brandon, formerly known as AKA MGTOW Expat. It's been a while, hasn't it? Hitting you up. This is Thursday, April 5th from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Good morning, Cambodia! So it's 6:25 a.m. I've been up all night as usual. It's been I've been struggling with this new equipment I have. I got a fan going on behind me. I got one fan right here, but that's not what I'm talking about. The equipment I'm talking about is I have like a teleprompter set up now, right there, and this is my phone. This is my phone. Yeah, and right there is my iPad. So I've been doing a lot of shopping, trying to find the right tripods that I want to get the best setup so I can have the tablet and the phone right next to each other like a boss. Like a boss. So it's been a while. I got a video commission today by Brother Vention. And this, like I said, this I'm kind of nervous about this equipment. I struggled to find the stuff that I wanted. They didn't have exactly what I wanted. I wish I could just get a tripod that holds both at the same time. I really wanted something like a Yokohama or something like that. They have like a tripod where it's designed for an iPad tablet, and then you have an adapter that goes right on top of the tablet. And that's what I want for my phone, because I don't have a real DSLR camera. You know, I'm just getting into this hobby. I was exposed to it from brother Chris Cantu. So, a little bit nervous. It's really flimsy the way this is on there. It looks like every time I move it, it seems like it's going to fall down. So that would be I'd be out of luck then if my iPad broke. That's what I'm using to that's what I've written my entire book on, the upcoming ebook, which I will get to later. So I got a video request, a commission from Vention1 MGTOW. Check out his channel. My boy who visited me February. It is now April 5th, and the Nice Guys is playing on cable in, God, I hope I don't get a copyright thing for that. Yeah, it's playing on cable. You know what? I better turn that off, because this platform, yeah, they are not cool. Our overlords on this platform, the public utility that it definitely is, and the monopoly that it definitely is, which I cannot wait for President Trump to crack down on after he hits up Jeff Bezos and Amazon. These dirty, corrupt, nasty, rotten tech giant companies. I will get to that later. Probably next video I'll get to that. And especially when I go back to the main channel, which is happening this month. So, video commission for Vention. He wanted me to go check out a local cryptocurrency business he heard of called Crypto Asia. And in fact, the place is called Coin Cafe, and Crypto Asia is still a work in progress that the owner is still working on. And I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. He was kind of vague. Coin Cafe in Phnom Penh is a currency exchange joint to buy and sell Bitcoin and crypto. Where was I? Buy and sell Bitcoin and crypto in person for cash, aka the best way to buy or sell crypto with cash, in order to keep the government and banking system out of your wallet and out of your life as much as possible. Vention wanted to know what their rates are, what exchange they use as their base, what exchange they use to base their rates on. And he wanted me to test it out by trading some Bitcoin for US dollars in person. And that is what I did. By the way, I didn't get to finish that movie. The Nice Guys is awesome. Black, what's his name? Black. He wrote Lethal Weapon, but that guy I'm a huge fan. Shane Black. I was thinking Sean, but it's Shane. Shane Black, who played Hawkins in Predator. Jeez, you got a big... Yeah. that. We don't talk about that on this platform. No free speech here, thank you very much. But Hawkins is the director, Shane Black, who made The Nice Guys, Iron Man 3, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and yeah, just some of the best movies ever made by mankind, you know. But The Nice Guys, very underrated. It was the last movie I saw in the theater in Thailand before just after my divorce, and I had a friend with benefits. I was going to say another word, but I thought of the more inoffensive word, friend with benefits, and she took me. But anyways, let's go on with the video. Let's get back to the point here. It's just been a while. I'm so excited. I haven't talked to you in so long, man. So, yeah, so he wanted me to test it out by trading some Bitcoin for US dollars. As you can see, this is a work in progress. This is my first time using this setup, so I'll get better as I go along, you know, as you've seen me do since I started this channel. So, for anyone who's not aware of this, I will do a commission video for any topic you want me to talk about for the minimum $20 fee. My time is valuable. If it takes some research or reconnaissance, in other words, if you're not just asking for my opinions and experience, if I have to go somewhere on a specific mission like I did on this video, then of course it's going to be more than $20, and that is negotiable, and you cover the expenses. There's a lot of things I'm willing to do and places I will go if the price is right. The price is wrong. What's that, Happy Gilmore? Yeah, Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore. I saw that in the movie theater, by the way, when I was a teenager. So, I went and checked out this place called Coin Cafe. Actually, pretty much right after I went and picked up my new 52-page passport. Pretty much immediately after that, I got that at the American Embassy here in Phnom Penh. Yeah, it was a nightmare what I had to go through to get that passport, which by government standards was not bad at all, but by the standards of a human being with PTSD and who does not tolerate being herded and treated like an animal and a serf, it was sheer torture. I made a whole 3-part video series on renewing my passport here on the channel, and you can watch that anytime you like. I'll put the link right here. Yeah. It's the same torturous experience no matter where you are in the world, and actually it might even be better over here because there's less people waiting in the embassy than where you would go in America, I think. At least when I did it in Houston. There's a lot of people there in Houston when I got my first passport. So my first passport I got in Houston, but that time I was on a government-sanctioned mission for my contractor job overseas in Afghanistan. And so I got my passport that same day. I handed my paperwork in Houston, and I went and took a drive. I read some Swamp Thing comic books on my iPad in the car. And no, I read them on my phone. I didn't have an iPad at that time. I read Swamp Thing, New 52, Scott Snyder, Swamp Thing run in my car waiting for the new passport. Came back a few hours later. I got my passport same day. But that was unheard of, you know. That doesn't really happen for most people. Not like, unless you're me. So, yeah, I also made a video on that on the main channel, Expat Unchained. Which will be coming out of the digital gulag very soon here. Keep your eyes open. Anyways, to get back to the point. Get back to the point. The very same day that I got my new passport here in Cambodia a few weeks ago, I went and dropped off the passport off at my hotel, took a quick breather, and then headed out for my next mission. Of testing out Coin Cafe for Vention's brother Vention's video request. Sir Vention of the MGTOW Knights of the MGTOW table, MGTOW Knights of the Round Table, Knights of the MGTOW Round Table. I don't know. Who cares? Not exactly easy to find. Coin Cafe. I just went off of Google Maps and Google Images, but fortunately, Fortunately, I am someone who, once I set my sights or set my heart on something, it's almost impossible to stop me. I was on a mission, I was commissioned, and once I set my mind on a goal, I am relentless, and there is very little that I'm not willing to go through or have not already been through in life. So these kinds of little adventures don't intimidate me in any way whatsoever. I find it exciting and I like it, particularly if there's something in it for me. Of course, pretty much like a mercenary that way. I like the action. What do we have here? Next on my teleprompter tablet set up on the top of the tripod. So it wasn't easy to find. My driver talked to them on the phone. I think he was talking to them. I have no idea. After I first navigated us to the specific map location, then shortly after, I identified a landmark from the Google image. On Google, when you type in Crypto Asia, because at that time I thought it was still called Crypto Asia, I Googled Crypto Asia, and so where was I? God. So after I first navigated us to the specific map location, then shortly after, I identified a landmark from the Google image. On Google, when you type in Crypto Asia, one of the first results that pop up is a 360-degree map. And I looked for the little building that said Love, and I think it was a salon maybe? I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. It was like 2 weeks ago or one and a half week ago maybe. That got us in the right area, and then we drove around. I already had the street numbers, of course. That's what really got us in the right area. Then I looked for the landmarks from the image, Google. And so we got in that area where I saw the landmark, the building that said Love. I think it was a salon. And then we drove around a while as the driver was talking to who I think was the bartender at Crypto Asia on the phone, because they have a phone number on there also. And I called and I handed my phone off to the driver, and he was, I think, because then I was confused because then he called somebody on his phone, and it seemed like he was talking to them on his phone, or no. So we were driving around as he was talking, and where was I? And then ultimately I was right on my first guess where I originally told him to stop, and we just went back to that salon I spotted from the Google image, and it was right down the side street to the right of that Love building. I think it was a salon. However, once you find it, it is extremely easy to get to, and I'm sure you won't forget. Just go to the corner of Street 95 and Street 350 here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and look for the little building from the 360-degree map image. Let's take a break here, huh? Oh, that's good coffee. Coffee is for closers. Okay, so I met the owner, Steve. I sat down for an enjoyable chat, and we hit it off very quickly. Exchanged ideas and thoughts. I could not stay long because my driver was outside waiting, actually. I ended up staying about 20 minutes maybe, but I enjoyed talking to someone who shares the same sort of libertarian values that I do, and who was clearly interested in cryptocurrency, obviously. Not very often that I just naturally hit it off with someone. I hate people in general, and most expats are condescending jerks who think they have all the answers, but are really just burnout degenerate losers with serious alcohol and drug dependencies. Lean towards the leftist Marxist side, if not full-blown SJW Marxist. And a lot of them are just pathetic ATMs for women, cash machines, and they actually take pride in being that. So no, I despise most people, and especially the vast majority of expats are Western tourists. But this was a rare case where I immediately hit it off with a like-minded person and enjoyed the interaction and transaction. This is my first time selling any kind of crypto, so far my strategy has been to hang on to it, HODL, H-O-D-L, and keep it as a rainy day emergency fund or for retirement. Since I have zero safety net and zero allies out here, and definitely no one I can trust, obviously, because that's the constant. Anywhere I go in life, DTA, DTA, DTA. I repeat that mantra to myself so it is ingrained in my psyche. Don't trust anyone, ever. So, I didn't even have the desire to sell any crypto, really, other than the convenience of immediately getting some money in my pocket, which made my month a lot less rough than it could have been, actually. Considering I had to cut into my very measly, piddly savings account already to get my new passport and new eyeglasses. Pretty fancy, snazzy, huh? Snazzy. That's what that is. It's snazzy. So, God, I'm crazy. I'm just crazy. I was expecting to have a rough couple of weeks just surviving after I had to cut into my savings. I mean, I mentioned before I didn't really have to get these, but I hadn't had a new pair of glasses for 4 years, and the other ones are getting real scratched up. So, yeah. So I had to get the passport, of course, and cut into my savings. So that could have been a real rough month if it weren't for this Bitcoin transaction and mission that was given me by Venture. And I also finally got my first payout from my affiliates here on the channel, which the links are down below. If you ever need some VIAGRA, CIALIS, MODAFINIL, I got the hookup for extremely affordable prices down in the video description below. If you want to support this channel, you want to support Expat Unchained to fight censorship and bring truth to the people, check out those products. And maybe I can even build up a more significant savings or a safety net. Anyways, could have been a rough couple of weeks just surviving is what I was expecting after cutting into my savings. But this Bitcoin transaction made it out to be a much more pleasant month overall. And I even got a new camera tripod and overall new studio setup, which I'm using today for the first time. Woo! Bunch of new equipment and adapters using my iPad as a kind of teleprompter, which you can see me looking up at as I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm doing the best I can. I wish it was more close to the camera, like below the camera is what I want. Right below, no space. And no wobbling of the thing like it's gonna fall down. No. But yeah, I'll talk about that later. We gotta stay on point here. It's just been so long and I missed you. Okay. So many tangents in my head right now. Sorry. All right, where were we? So I got the new studio equipment and teleprompter, sort of, with my iPad. Also using all this right now as we speak, and it will come in very handy when I get back into full-time video production mode once again after the book is published. My ebook is what I'm working on now, so just because you don't see me doesn't mean I'm not working. There's other important priorities in life other than this evil Marxist platform where free speech is dead, and especially MGTOW is definitely dead here. So yeah, I think working on a book is a much more. It's something I really wanted to do. I've already mentioned this before in videos, so I don't need to go over the whole thing again. But that's what I'm doing. And once I get done with this book, then we're gonna go back into full-on video production mode. Even though there is no free speech here, I could find a way to manage, I guess, after I get the book published. What do we have next here on my teleprompter? As far as the details of the transaction, the details at Coin Cafe, I use my app. I use the app called Mycelium. First time using that I took the instructions from Vention on that. On my phone to send the crypto to Steve. So I didn't need to bring anything with me other than the cell phone. I sold $218 of Bitcoin for roughly a 5% fee. It would have been 10%, but he gave me the 5 since this is my first visit. Kind of high, I know, but the fees are higher at this moment because Bitcoin is not riding high like it was 4 months ago. That was a beautiful time, wasn't it? But we'll get back there, won't we? We'll get back there. End of the year, 50,000 Bitcoin, right? I couldn't get him nailed down to a really specific answer on what determines the rates of service fees. It was pretty vague, but Steve said it just depends on his own exposure to Bitcoin. I guess that means how much he has coming in. Kind of worried this tripod's gonna fall. Whatever, let it fall, man. Who cares? I've never used Coinbase before. I don't particularly want to. If you know what I mean. The entire point of cryptocurrencies is to keep government and the big banking system out of your life and give power back to the people, like what this channel is all about, especially to men. Give power back to mankind with a more reliable and trustworthy monetary system as opposed to government-manipulated fiat currency. No, we don't do that. Apparently, from what I see, Coinbase has smaller fees, but in return, you're handing over some of your independence and giving more power back to the man on Coinbase. Everyone who's savvy about this says, do not use your credit and debit cards to buy crypto. So I have not done that yet, and I haven't sold crypto with Coinbase either. So the fees might be lower with Coinbase. I'm not 100% sure. Probably from what I saw on Google. But it's not something I'm eager to get into, Coinbase. Nah, really. But there's always the option of localbitcoins.com, which I have not tried yet either. But I think that would work overseas as an expat or tourist as another alternative to Coinbase. Yeah. Otherwise, I have nothing else to cover here today regarding the buying and selling of crypto in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Man's country. So the name of the business, once again, is Coin Cafe. The owner is Steve. He's a cool guy and interesting to talk to. It's been there 3 years, so clearly they seem to know what they're doing. It seemed very professional to me. I also met the assistant, So Klang, who was very friendly and helpful, good with English. I got his business card as well as Steve's card. And there is also a Facebook page for Coin Cafe in Phnom Penh. If you want any further clarification or contact, if you want to look into this on your own, you crypto wizard, you. Had a tasty latte there while I was hanging out and doing my transaction, and otherwise just enjoyed the pleasant ambiance in the tropical weather. You know what I mean. There's a nice little bar, and the Malibu rum caught my eye. It always does, because that is my favorite booze, even though it's very fattening and I don't really drink. But when I did drink, that stuff tastes good, especially mixed with some pineapple juice. So that caught my eye at the bar, and I'm sure they also make food. I'm pretty sure. You can see the menu on the video clips at the end of this after you get done watching my butt. That's the kind of language we use here. So, they also rent rooms out if you want. It's in a somewhat cheaper part of town because it's not tourist central. And you can get a look around at the place at the end of this video. There will be a clip. Neon sign on the front that says Coin Cafe. All right. So I'm actually about to record another video as soon as I get done with this. So you'll probably see that tomorrow, actually. But I'm going to record it right effing now. Yeah, I always have a Patreon if you like what I'm doing, and if you want to support the publishing of this epic ebook that I'm working on now, which is my top priority. Now that the passport is out of the way, it's all about the book. Unless I get some video commissions, which kind of will be because I'm working on the book, there's a slight slower turnaround rate for the video commissions, but I'll still do it for a minimum $20 donation. I got PayPal. Patreon is the best. because that's when we have an ongoing connection and commitment to supporting truth, justice, and the American way. That's what this is about, even more so than MGTOW. Other than that, yeah, check out my affiliates. If you ever need some CIALIS, VIAGRA, don't hit the microphone. CIALIS, VIAGRA, MODAFINIL. You know, if you got a prescription, you can order it. It's extremely affordable prices. Use Bitcoin to pay for it. That's the way to do it. What else? What else? Oh, I'm offering consultation services. I'm actually going to get into detail more on that in the next video, but $50 a month, I will be your expat consultation service. Daily correspondence with me on anything you want to know, anything I can help you with, and I will do video and voice calls for $50 an hour. And I also offer tour guide and wingman service for $200 a day. Yeah. So, anyways, support this stuff, man. Support this great content. If you want more, if you want to encourage me in my writing of this awesome book. Well, I'm going to release two books at the same time once I finally get it done. So help me out, guys. Until then, till I see you on this next video that I'm about to record right now, which you will see tomorrow or 2 days. Until then, if you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. Take back your life, take back your freedom, and take back your manhood.